Welcome back, guys. It is the Brothers Geek Out podcast. Massive shout outs to everybody that's been showing some mad love this week. I've got some amazing messages, some amazing shout outs and videos as well. I'm so happy you guys are, really enjoying the podcast, whether you listen to it or you're watching it. Just massive thank you as usual. G-Man in Singapore, how's it going, bro? You all right?
Yeah, what's happening, brother? I'm all good. Shout outs to everyone who's been giving us some stripes. I'm loving it, man. Loving the feedback. Everything's been good on my side, bro. Just been enjoying Singapore as usual, training hard. Doing a lot of reading, bro. I just got back from, I just went to the comic book shop. I picked up issue 4 of the Punisher comics. But you know what? I'm loving it. Remember all the controversy with the logo and whatnot?
Yeah. So
I'm really enjoying these. Listen, issue 4, it's getting more into it. You realize that obviously he's being manipulated by the Hand. They use Maria for him to join the Hand and whatnot. They have certain plans with him. Ares, the god of war, saw the Ares, right? He's the god of war. So what he loves is war to happen. Punisher always had war on the street. So he's missing the fact that you guys are messing around with a perfect war creation, who is the Punisher. And then Punisher, even though you see the vulnerability of him with the Hand using Maria against him, he's still got his honor. He does not kill anyone who's innocent. He kills rapists. He kills murderers. He kills pedophiles. You know what I'm trying to say? He does that. So I'm loving this. I'm loving this. These comics, man. These Punisher comics and whatnot. So yeah, definitely recommend them. I've been doing some other reading, bro. I've been Jacko Wilkins' book on extreme ownership. It's been awesome for me. If you're a leader out there in the workforce or just in general to evaluate a situation in life, definitely a great book to look at. And he talks about extreme ownership, which I really appreciate. So that's been another great one. And I'm listening to another book, Genghis Khan, audio book, bro. But it's about Genghis Khan and the modern world. And bro, of course he was a savage. He's just like every other politician that we have now. They're savages. The only difference is back then they went out and fought with swords. Now they just have computers and send drones and blow people up. Regardless, they're all savages. But it's by a guy called Jack Weathers, I think it is.
Okay.
Really good, man. Just good breakdown on Genghis Khan, his war, his life and everything. But then just the laws he put in place, like, man, it's just like now. He was very open to people, you're under my rule, believe in what you want. Islam, Christianity, but I don't care. Believe in what you want. He never stopped anyone of doing any of that sort of stuff. He even had rules within his people that when we go and destroy another town and we steal everything, you share that treasure with everyone, up to the orphans and the widows. You share that with everyone. You know what I'm trying to say? That he had some laws in place that were, that we use in modern times, but that was always, but also like almost like merciful. But again, like I said, just like any leader that we have in this modern world now and back then, he was still a savage, man. My guys went around and just cool, but he was very strategic, man, with his thing. It wasn't just savagery and whatnot. He didn't care. He didn't really have much honor. It was more about winning. So whatever trickery you can use, he used that. And he used a lot of storytelling because there wasn't much newspapers and stuff, right? There was no newspapers, but there were people who would write scrolls and whatnot. He would exaggerate. Like he would make them exaggerate the amount of kills that he'd done and whatnot. So he would like make people nervous, make conquerors nervous and whatnot, through fear of words and stuff. Very, very strategic and whatnot. Very interesting book, man. I'm really feeling, and like the Uyghur community comes up a lot, in China right now is the Uyghur Muslims have been. I don't know if anything has to do with it, but they're a big part of the community and culture back then. But yeah, no, it's very interesting. And his connections with the Muslim world and all that sort of stuff. It's crazy. It's a really interesting book. I'm very fascinated by his mentality, rather than just hearing about the savagery, but just hearing about the laws that he put in place. You're just kind of like, I'm not saying he's a good person. No politician or no world leader is, but they're the same. That's right. Like, he had some good things in place. So I don't know. I've been reading a lot, but it's very interesting, bro.
No, that's good. No, it's always interesting to find out a bit more insight on how it was like back in those days. So it's good to see. So it's something I'll probably start downloading and putting on my Alara, are you okay?
I recommend Audible, man. The best
Audible is good,
the best investment I've made, like just in general, because I can't read for shit.
Yeah.
It will take me years to read a book like that. But with Audible, you just pull it on when you walk into the shop. You put, you know what I mean? You pull it on for 5 minutes
Yeah.
or working out. It's just the best thing, man.
No, definitely. It's something I'll definitely check out. No, I've got it. It's on there. What's wrong, brother? What's wrong, my dear? You okay? I'm gonna go out soon. Okay? And then I'll get you some ice cream. You want ice cream?
Mm-mm.
Yeah?
Ice cream.
You want ice cream? Okay. I can't because we're recording, so I can't. Okay. All right, bro. Let's before. So that was what was I gonna say? I'm trying to remember the. So I was gonna touch on a topic about London Film and Comic Con that happened last week, and I didn't get to speak about it on the show. Is it Joseph Quinn, who plays Eddie Munson in Stranger Things. So he was there at Comic Con, and David Harbour was there as well. I think what Showmasters did, like, amazing, you know, like, I feel like there's certain things that they do that are great. They had this app that it made you navigate and go to your photo shoots and signings on the right time. So it had a better scheduling system. But again, these companies, they're money makers. They oversold Joseph Quinn's tickets. And that guy connected to people on a different level on Stranger Things because he was representing the outsider, the one that has conflict with himself, and had a lot of connection with a lot of people there, bro. Anyway, they oversold his tickets. And from what I hear, and this is just rumors, and on the day, you know, the guy's showing a lot of appreciation. There's a lot of people there to see him, and people are paid for getting a signature or a photo. You know, my man's queue was massive, but he made time for everybody. So, you know, already a generous soul there, bro. You know, very excited to be sharing his amazing his amazing gifts with the rest of the world that really enjoyed him as that character. Yeah. And then from what I heard was that because he was taking his time, the queues were moving slower. But you know, there's people have paid for that experience, haven't they? So anyway, one of the security guards or one of the people that worked there said to him, "Harry, shut the f up, man, and hurry up. Your queue's
Said it
massive.
to
We need to
him.
get through this queue." Yeah, bro.
Wow, what a bastard.
Yeah. So then, you know, there was a bit of a disagreement there. I can't remember if it was on a Friday or a Saturday, but bro, I feel for him because it must have been overwhelming because first of all, the Olympia venue in Kensington is an oven. It's got glass roof. It's hot as madness, bro. Stranger Things fans, so many, bro. I've never seen so many Hellfire Club t-shirts in my life, bro. Yeah, which is amazing to see that program has become that big. And then his queues are massive, bro. They oversold these tickets by like 400 people. Place was heaving, bro. But you know, the following day, he still went to the show because he knows fans are going there. He didn't cancel or anything like that. They had their issues between them, hopefully. But a fan, you know, really appreciated that he came back and was just really thankful to him. And you know, my man started bawling on the stage, and
I
he was
saw
like,
that.
he didn't realize, you know, how much the fans really what his character did to them, and the fact that he came back to do the rest of the show. Because, bro, if a security guard or somebody told me, you know, I'm giving my time to the fans. That's the reason why you got me here. It's not my fault that
That's
you
why
guys
you
have
got a job.
oversold. Yeah, exactly. That's why
Yes,
you guys have got a job.
security. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Let's speak to Edwin and find out who that security guard was. Hopefully, we're Edwin.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Edwin. I know it wasn't Edwin. Bless, but yeah, no, it's true. Like people need to. I think showmasters need to learn their lesson as well. Listen, man, they've become more mainstream. Comic Cons are bigger. You need to think about bigger venues, and you need to be controllable on the amount of ticket sales that you are doing. Because one thing that MCM Comic Con did was make me say, I am never going to MCM Comic Con ever again. How could you do that with one show? You know what I mean? They oversold the Saturday. Bro, it was just that day it confirmed when I left. I'm not going to MCM Comic Con no more. Not unless you know, like as a fan, unless there's something big happening. Other than that, I'm not going to MCM Comic Con. But with Showmasters, there was a bit of organization. So, like for me, bro, personally, I had a great day. I got all my signatures before 12 o'clock. I got to sit down and have lunch, catch up with a few friends, then get my photos done, which is still a bit manic. But then I felt for people that, some people have paid bucks, bros.
Yeah.
Some people have paid some serious bucks, and just the organization in that is just where I feel like they lose. When you got staff members shouting at you and stuff. And to be honest, bro, some of those staff members, they're not even getting paid, bro. They're volunteers, bro. They're doing it for the love of it, but then they lose in the process.
That's on them, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's always business and whatnot. But no, it's great for Joseph. Is that his name? Joseph, for
Joseph Quinn. Yeah, Joseph Quinn.
doing that for the fans. And he was a fan favorite in the show. Everyone came out of that show saying that his scene was the best. He was the most hated guy in what's the area they all live in? Hawkins.
Yeah.
And he sacrificed his life for them. He was absolutely amazing. He was fan favorite of that season for sure. So good on him for doing that, man.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, cool, man. Let's jump in. That was just some news from last week, and kudos to Joseph Quinn, because I think that's a sign of he was appreciating the fans, man, and most of the guys that go there, they appreciate the fans. Christopher Lloyd was like, 83 years old, still in the movie business, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to thank you for just doing Back to the Future. I just want to thank you for being a part of the arts. You know what I mean? You just, it's an amazing thing that the fact that you're 83 years old and you're still killing it, bro. He was in Nobody, which was hilarious. He was old school, still shooting at people and the rest of it.
Yeah.
He's got another film that came out with Ben Affleck, which is on Amazon Prime now, called The Tender, which is another great movie as well. So, the guy's still killing it in his roles, bro. I think he plays an important part in movie history. So, no, kudos to him, man, and all the people that I got to meet that day. But all right, let's go into the news, bro.
Let's get into the news real quick. Space photo by James Webb. Did you see that photo that's been all over social media? The thing, listen, man, it looked beautiful. And with the advancement of technology, it's still funny. I love to see the memes where this is a clear picture of space, and then this dude robbed the store, but we can't get his face. I find those memes hilarious. But bro, the technology as it advanced, it's beautiful to see the photos that he was able to take of space and these stars and whatnot. And if you're a believer in God and creator, it's just amazing to be like, wow, the creator created all of this, and now we're getting opportunities to kind of see these things as well. If you don't believe in God, then that's fine, but it's beautiful to see these photos, man. Absolutely gorgeous, man, of the stars and these, I don't know, the cosmic world, bro. It's freaking awesome.
Eternity.
Literally, but I wanted to put that in there because that was amazing. Let's watch through this. Joe Dante thinks that Mandalorian shamelessly copied Gizmo in Baby Yoda. Maybe my guy was just a little bit jealous because Mandalorian's killing it.
Who's Joe Dante?
I believe he's the writer or director of Gremlins.
Hold on, let me see, man. Because Zach, Joe, let me get his name, man. Joe Dante. You know what? I need to work on this. But anyway, Joe Dante, yeah, Gremlins. What's his name? The actor that was in Zach Grufflin or something. Zach, you know what? I need to find his name. Yeah, you're right. So from Gremlins, Zach Gruff. I can't remember his full name, but anyway, he was at Comic-Con as well. I got to see him, but I didn't get any photo ops or anything like that. But well, you know what, bro? What can I say? I mean, that's the first thing I thought as well. All I could think of was Gizmo when we saw, Grogu. So I think listen, bro, it's recycled material, but it works. Every episode and everything we saw, bro, recycled from old TV shows and old samurai movies and old movies. You know what I mean? So if it works in a way and it's fresh, then it doesn't bother me, bro. Because to be honest, if you look at every episode, it is recycled.
Yeah, yes, Lone Wolf and Cub and all that sort of stuff. I get it. But I mean, to say that Gizmo was copied, maybe, but then maybe you copied Yoda and turned him into a baby and then put fur on him and said that's Gizmo. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because, you know what I mean? Like everything's kind of copied. But anyway, I just, maybe he's just jealous that Baby Yoda's getting a lot of love.
Hey, listen, man, the guy should be...
Gizmo was the cutie back in the days. Now it's Baby Yoda. So maybe it's just,
Gizmo still got love, bro. The amount of fans I saw the other day at Comic-Con with, Gizmo and E.T. and all of that business, those characters will live on forever, bro. So, listen, he's just a part of the next generation of cute little alien things. You know what I mean?
That's it. That is it. I want to see more Baby Yoda anyway, so shut your mouth.
Soon, man,
All
February,
right.
February next year, innit? So yeah.
That's it. Jamie Foxx and Snoop Dogg are secret vampire hunters. A new film, Day Shift, coming to Netflix. But have you seen the trailer? John Wick style fighting, because it's my guy John Wick, as a director or choreographer or whatnot. But it looks freaking good, bro. I watched the trailer. I was like, this looks freaking awesome. Very fun.
Looks good, fun movie, and good two characters in there. It'd be interesting to see, because I swear Snoop Dogg is like coming up to like 100 or something anyway, man. That guy don't look like he aged one bit, bro.
Yeah,
that guy's a vampire himself,
bro.
man.
He's still going, bro.
There's a plot twist, bro. We find out that Snoop Dogg is a vampire in that movie. I'm saying it now.
It's all that weed, bro. It's all that weed. Keeping him young. All right, let's move on. That's coming out next month. That looks fun. Make sure you check that one out. Some Dusk Till Dawn shit. Director James Gunn announced that he's working on Peacemaker season 2 and 3 additional series for HBO Max, which I'm guessing are going to be Suicide Squad characters. So
yeah, you got the Ratcatcher and something else. Listen, man, that gives him plenty more time to work with these characters and develop them much better. I mean, I think Peacemaker was a brilliant show. Probably one of my favorite shows that came out this year.
Very good. Very good show.
Really good show, and it gives him time to breathe those characters as well, and it's grown. I mean, that Suicide Squad movie, even when I watch it now, I'll pop it on and it's jokes, bro. It just works really well. The visuals are stunning, and he's directed it so well. Soundtrack's great as well. So good on him, man. I hope that works out really well. I hope we get two more characters. Yeah, so
we got obviously from him we got the Christmas special of Guardians of the Galaxy. We got Guardians of the Galaxy coming out next year. He didn't do the Baby Groot show, did he?
No.
Okay, well that's coming out in a month. I didn't even realize within a month. So that should be interesting. But yeah, no, loads of content. I need to buy HBO Max. I think it gives me an excuse. I can keep talking about it, so I'm gonna go for it, man. All right.
Yeah, HBO, they're bringing out some good stuff. Good stuff.
For sure. Adam Scott is the latest to join Sony's Spider-Man universe, and I believe he's going to be Madam Web. So I don't know what Sony is looking to do, but I don't know. Give him back to Marvel.
I'll be honest, bro. I just feel a bit lost with what they're doing. Yeah.
Give him back to Marvel and just take royalties, and that's it. Why don't you just do that? There's a good business. How is that not a good business deal? Like, hey, look, we won't do nothing. Just give us a cut. How good is that's good, isn't it? Like, why not?
Of course it is, but the thing is, now they're introducing characters.
Sure it's political.
Just like if they did the movie, if Sony did the movies and introduced these characters like a little bit, like sneak peeks or entwined into the story of the Spider-Man arc, then this movie would work. Basically, what they're doing now is you're giving me characters from the Spider-Man universe in their own movies, and as a fan, maybe I know those characters. We know Madam Web. We've seen them from the cartoon. I've never read it in the comic books. But then I have an inkling of who the character is. But then it's like, oh, you haven't even mixed that in the Spider-Man universe, because you've got your own universe going on and we don't know what's going on there, but it hasn't got Spider-Man involved. How do you do stories like that? It hasn't got Spider-Man involved. So the only thing that they did that linked Spider-Man, and we don't know which Spider-Man, was Morbius.
And that movie was not great either. I mean, I don't mean to be bad, but it wasn't. And then they re-released it because of the fans doing their tweets, and it flopped again. And apparently I heard that they're going to show the whole movie again at Comic-Con. I don't know why, but it's
which Comic-Con? What, San Diego?
San Diego. I read something somewhere that they're going to show the movie in one of the theaters or whatnot. It's like, damn, man, let it go, man. The movie's gone. Let it go. Like, Sony just don't. Sony's with the Marvel content. Sony, like, it's like Fox. You didn't know what you're doing, really. You had that one success movie, Sam Raimi movies of Spider-Man. Cool. Then it all just went downhill from there. Anyway, Adam Scott.
The problem is they're not going to let go of that character, bro. He's too big.
Of course not.
And regardless, they'll still make money. The reason why they're bringing out these basic movies, and it's a shame to say, is because with the contract, you got to make something involving Spider-Man's name every 5 years or every 10 years or something like that. So they're just pushing out stuff to keep that going.
Otherwise they'll have
which
to
is a shame. Yeah, exactly. Which is a shame. And the thing is, don't you think that's going to ruin your reputation along the way? Like, Sony brought out these basic Spider-Man movies, which don't have anything to do with Spider-Man.
That's what I'm saying. I think they should redo the contract to say, look, we don't want to give him back, but we'll give you do all the work. Just give us a percentage. Let's make some money from that. Hey, you paid only what, 25 million? Like freaking, you've already made that back. You'll make way more back. Just, yeah, come on, man. Just make the deal. Just like,
cool.
I think maybe Disney
Adam
one
Scott
day
is a
would do it.
comedian, so like it'd be interesting to see. Oh, the thing is, I don't know what's going on, bro. It's a movie that we'll watch, but I don't understand why they're making it. It doesn't
Yeah,
have
we'll
no
see.
connection to nothing else. So yeah, let's see.
Yeah, let them carry on making the animation one. That's awesome. Do that and forget the rest. Okay, cool. Marvel is considering still Steven Spielberg to direct Fantastic Four. I've seen this everywhere. I thought it was fake news, and then I kept on seeing it everywhere. Maybe it's just a rumor. People are just throwing
It's a
out there.
rumor. It's a rumor.
Okay, yeah, Steven Spielberg, Fantastic Four, Marvel movie. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah.
What is it? Samaritans, August. Oh, yes, August 26th, Amazon Stallone superhero movie, The Samaritans. I didn't know that was coming out, but I
haven't even seen it. Is there a trailer, right?
I haven't even seen a trailer, to be honest, but I've just seen him, big beard, and
old school, man.
Yeah, he's the man. I like that. I love Stallone,
Yeah,
so
I'll still watch it. I'm gonna still watch it. He's got some new program coming out on the Paramount channel as well, so that'll be interesting to see. But everybody, it's good to see these guys still. As always, man, I'm always gonna love the work that they do, whether it's basic or not. Just to see those old school guys still doing it is always amazing.
Legends. I can't wait for Expendables 4. I love those movies. So yes, keep doing it. All right, a couple of shows that I've watched. I'll rush through these and then we'll get to the big one, Miss Marvel.
Yeah, let's do it.
But Netflix released the Resident Evil show. I watched the first episode. I got a bit bored and I was like, I don't think I'm going to carry on. It looked, I don't know, to me, I'm no expert. Production just seemed a bit basic and poor. And I was like, yeah, not for me. I mean, I was a fan of the video games and the zombie genre kind of, but I just can't get into these Resident Evil ones. I tried to watch the first episode. I was just like, I'm not feeling it. I had the guy from John Wick, the receptionist dude. And I was like, yeah, he's in it. I'm going to check it out. It just seemed very, boring. I don't know, not for me, boring. But what is awesome is they also released Kung Fu Panda TV show, and it's got a Netflix show. It's Jack Black. It's what's his name? Come on, man, legend who plays his father, Jason. Oh, come on, man. What's his name, man? Oh, he was in Big Trouble in Little China, my guy.
David. I was going to say David Lopan, but that's his character. John Chow.
Why have I gone blank? He just got a Hollywood star the other day.
Yeah, finally after like 100 years, isn't it?
Yeah, my guy's 90 plus or something, still doing the damn thing. Anyway, all the original characters are back. Not all of them, just Jack Black and
was it a Legend of Awesomeness?
Yes, I think no. Is it called that? Yes.
Oh no, it's not that one. It's something else.
The new Netflix.
Anyway, one. David Lopan's back, bro. David Lopan will always be David Lopan.
Really good, bro. Listen, really good. Same the charismatic of Jack Black, the charismatic that he puts into Poe. It's just hilarious, man. The jokes and everything. I recommend that one. Definitely watch that. I'm on episode 5. I'm really enjoying that. So Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. I love the Kung Fu Panda series anyway, bro. I think Jack Black was wicked, but that, Hans Zimmer's soundtrack, the animation is great, the martial arts, but then the philosophy behind it as well, bro. Like, they are beautiful, man. I love it. The first movie, is the strongest one out of all of them, but it's just like some of the lines that were dropped in that movie, I was like, oh man, you guys are killing me. But the soundtrack, again, I mean, Hans Zimmer, the best at what he does, really, he's got a really good sound palette for this. So I'm not sure if Hans Zimmer's returned back for the Netflix one.
I don't know, and I don't think you'll have the same philosophies because none of the other characters, I don't see Dustin Hoffman's name or none of the rest of them in the name things. I hope they make a cameo. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't know, but yes, I agree. The first ones were awesome.
Is it about his journey continuing from number 3, or
he's on a mission? There's a mission basically going on.
All right, okay.
Yeah, like it's like a separate story, but it's a mission. But it's all Jack Black, which makes the character more authentic.
Of course.
But the martial arts and action is awesome. I love it. There's like it's a little bit of a spoiler, but there's like an Infinity Gauntlet type thing in there, which is quite awesome. But watch it. It's really good. Watch it with Alara. It's really cool.
I would.
Cool. I watched Buzz Lightyear yesterday. Okay, so that flopped obviously in cinema. It didn't do well, and there was all the controversy that was banned in a few countries because of the lesbian scene and all that sort of stuff. I don't know if that's what caused the flop, the wokeness and whatnot. You know what? It was enjoyable. It was fun to watch. It was jokes. It was comedic. The action was great. It was great to see Chris Evans play Buzz Lightyear. I know Tom Hanks and even Tim Allen voiced out saying, I have no idea why Tim Allen wasn't involved. I think it should have been his voice, to be honest. And I think it was all about what I took away from it was like it was about like leadership and accountability and not trying to do everything yourself. Don't be too arrogant and trying to save the day, and you know what I mean, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
like, you can ask people for help and all that sort of stuff. So it was okay. I wouldn't say it's one of Disney's best Pixar movies and whatnot. I don't know. I really don't know why it flopped so bad. I don't know if it was got to do with the story or people weren't interested in Buzz Lightyear. Or did
bro, listen, they brought it out at a time where how much content did we have, bro? You had Jurassic Park, you had Top Gun, you had Obi-Wan, you have Miss Marvel, you've got all of this stuff that's coming out, Stranger Things, bro. Like, people start ending up having to prioritize what they watch first, bro.
Yeah.
So, like, we are spoiled for content. And I was having a conversation again with, on the topic with somebody on TikTok regarding, is the stuff that we're getting now too saturated? Like, comic book stuff is very oversaturated now, bro. We used to wait to 2 to 3 years for something to come out. A year max. 3 years max, but 2 years. 1 year now. We've got 9 pieces of content coming. It's
MCU.
nuts, bro.
Well, someone made a comment saying MCU is slacking a bit. You're thinking more quantity over quality, like because they're commenting on some of the visual effects.
The VFX, recently, I've heard about some of that. Yeah,
from She-Hulk, from even the new the Kamala, the Miss Marvel, and Thor, and Doctor Strange. All of these are coming up. It's like, well, are you really you're focusing on quantity rather than quality? Because some of the visual effects are not great, and maybe that's the truth. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Listen, I was going to comment on Miss Marvel because obviously that was amazing. I loved it. But I did think the visual effects were kind of basic. Like the powers, for me personally, when I looked at it, it didn't look good to me. That's my opinion. And maybe that's what they were going for. But it didn't look great to me from that perspective. But yeah, just quickly before we go on to that, Buzz Lightyear, I would say watch it. I would say watch it.
I am going to watch it, bro. I mean, I'm going to wait for it to come out on Disney Plus.
I'm just interested because Disney's so woke. I don't know if that was what killed it. I'm really interested to know if it was.
I don't think it was that, bro. I honestly think it was this. It came. If they, you know what? I think it would have got better reception if it was on Disney Plus.
They should have.
And a more viewership, because look at Soul. And Soul won an Oscar, bro.
Soul was good though. Soul was
good. I mean? Yes.
It wasn't. That's what I'm saying though. But when you watch it, but the thing is, when you watch this, you will see a big difference between Soul and Buzz Lightyear. I'm not saying they're supposed to be the same, but the Pixar movies are always good.
Yeah.
This one was good, but there's a big difference between those two. Yeah.
I'll still watch it, bro. I'm gonna enjoy it. I personally think it's because there's far too much content, and look at how much stuff came out in cinema at the same time. And to be honest, bro, Top Gun just killed it, bro. I think
Top Gun's still killing it, bro. Still 1.2 billion, I think. Paramount's biggest movie ever. I think it beat Transformers. Yeah, 1.2. I think it beat Paramount's movie's biggest movie of all time. I think I read.
Transformers.
And also, yeah, it was Transformers before. I think it beat that. And then I think like domestically, it beat Titanic, like the record for Titanic. I think so. Freaking killed it, bro. Top Gun smashed it.
Tom Cruise, bro, smashed it. Good on him. Good on him.
Smashed it.
Good on him.
Well, look, cool. We got 9 minutes left, man. Let's talk about the big thing, man, which was Miss Marvel season finale. We done a breakdown review. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But let's just get straight into the best part.
Guys, it's already in a playlist, so you can watch all 6 episodes of Gilman and me. Well, I'm on some of them, but Gilman breaking it down. Really cool, awesome breakdowns, Gilman. So make sure you guys go check that out. But if you want to watch episode 6, it's already on the channel. Massive thank you to everybody again. Check out our social media pages, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. But yeah, go on, G-Man.
Mutants, bro. That's all I was gonna say. Let's go there, bro. Mutant. She's the first mutant in the MCU. Like I said in my review, that they've called mutant because you could say Scarlet Witch and her brother Quicksilver were mutants as well, but they call them enhanced. They actually said the word mutant, and they played the X-Men theme, which certifies mutants. You know what I mean? Like when they play that tune, then you know that we're getting there. Bro, listen, I know it's changed from the comics in humans, blah, blah, blah. X-Men, mutants are born with their powers. and it gets triggered off with emotions and fears, and in humans it's the dust or whatever. I don't care about the change, to be honest with you. Maybe in humans this, that's cool, because I still want to see Black Bolt and all that stuff. I definitely want to see them. But bro,
but I think I think the original the person I can't remember her name, man. So the person who originally wrote Kamala Khan, so did that first comic run, yeah, originally wanted her to be a mutant, bro. So this is still sticking with her original plans. They changed it to Inhumans later on in the comic when they did it, but she always wanted Kamala Khan to be a mutant. So why not pave the way?
As far as when I read something, I'm glad you brought that, because it was back then when Fox owned X-Men, and then I think it was the Marvel, whoever's like, you know what, stop writing X-Men comic books, because they're trying to, Fox has them, so we don't want to write new content for them. So they blocked off all that, and they tried to enhance the Inhuman stuff so they can make Inhuman movies. And I think Kamala Khan came out during that, so that's why they're turned into an Inhuman. But anyway, bro, it was so. Listen, the show in general I thought was awesome. Very, like we spoke about already. Representation, all that sort of stuff, brilliant. You can represent as Muslim Pakistan, blah blah blah. Yeah. Still, she was still a teenage girl, so I can't represent with that. A lot of people didn't watch it, maybe because she was like, it's a teenage thing, right? It was a teenage thing. But I genuinely enjoyed it. I thought I had fun with it. I criticized it from this haram point of view and whatnot. I put my initial thoughts in there, but I'll be a hypocrite if I didn't watch it, because I love enjoying it and whatnot. But I'm just excited the fact that she's the first mutant, and I would love her to see, she needs to be in a scene with the X-Men or Professor X or one of them lot and whatnot. So that was the big thing. And then obviously Carol Danvers, I told you, bro, I said it from the beginning. I told you Carol Danvers will make a show in this. And I thought, I visualized her just coming, meeting, and Kamala Khan all geeking out, but they obviously switched. I believe this, I had two theories. Either they switch or she transformed into Carol Danvers in the comics, but I think it's a switch. I feel like Carol Danvers was playing with the other Bangle, because there's two, right? I feel like she was somewhere, maybe on some Kree world or whatever, playing with the Bangle. It triggered off Kamala Khan's one, and they switched positions. That's what I think. And then Carol Danvers is going to go back where she was. That's what I think. I don't know, but I knew she was going to make a thing, and that was the link to obviously the Marvels, which is coming out next year, March or something. So I'm looking forward to seeing Kamala Khan and Carol Danvers together. I really want to see Kamala Khan's reaction when she first meets her, because she's such a fan and a geek. I just want to see that initial reaction.
It'll be awesome. I genuinely think it's a shapeshift. She doesn't say anything. She just runs out of the room.
Well, she says no, right? She looks around at all the pictures. She's like, oh no, yeah. So I don't know, because if it was a shapeshift, I think she would have been like, looked at herself and be like, oh my God. But it looked like Carol Danvers. It looked like Carol Danvers because she started looking at all the pictures of herself and was like, oh shit, something's happened. But yeah, I love the fact that it's going to lead on to the Marvels, man. I just love those connections, man. And I feel like if you haven't seen this show because you couldn't relate to her or you just weren't interested, you missed out in one, the introduction of mutants, which is huge. And two,
the first Muslim mutant, bro. They made that first MCU introduction, a brown person, a Muslim, and a mutant. How alienated do you feel now? No, I'm joking. We were saying it in one of the podcasts, we're like Muslims, we ain't mutants, man. We cool. They made us mutants, bro. Which is for me, personally, it's amazing. But yeah, first, it wasn't, and I'm not trying to be quite bad about it or anything like that. Just I was excited to see that they made the first mutant person to be recognized as a mutant, a Muslim girl.
Yeah, well, look, you could take it back to, the mutant comics and whatnot, right? They were, it was about racism, it was about segregation and all that sort of stuff. Not segregation, but it was about racism, right? And us Muslims, and the show touched on it many times, on Muslims, the way they've been treated. Like you saw in that final episode when the damage control agent again had no respect, went into the mosque with their shoes on. Everyone already had their IDs. The Imam was saying, "This ain't our first rodeo." Nakil was saying that you guys came to the mosque, we're surveillance by everyone. So they touched on these sort of things, right? People do look at us in that sort of way. So us being mutants, her being a mutant, it's kind of like, kind of touching on the comics. I mean, I
love a label, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and she says it. Kamala says it. So she's like, I don't care. It's another label. But maybe, you know, I don't know. I wonder how they do it. I do hope they go through that storyline of mutants and whatnot, because I think that's an important one. And you just got to get a good script writer to write a good story about.
You know what? I think what they've done on this show was really good. And you know what? And a lot of people won't connect because they think it's a kids program, but you lose now, guys, because you missed one of the biggest moments in the MCU. And they did it in Miss Marvel. So it's amazing that,
Awesome.
they
I love
they
it.
get to do that. This will make people go watch it now. But the problem is, it's a shame you didn't want to watch it because it's part of the MCU. Most people didn't want to watch it because they felt like it was a kid show. You don't understand the elements of depth that this program had, when the family dynamics, the partition, the background, you know, the representation. It was so much bigger. But you know what? I got to show a lot of love to the people on the TikTok community, because it brought a lot of us South Asians together. And I met all these wonderful geeks, bro. And I've got a geek out session with Amira, the review that comes out next week. Make sure you guys check that out as well. And, you know, we talk about religion, we talk about representation in the comic books, and we talk about representation as South Asians in an industry that is mostly led by different cultures.
Well, look, I mean, you touched on it. I really love the fact that the Marvel, Kevin Feige and whatnot, these big announcements like mutants, you're not like, oh, well, let's save it for a big movie. It's like, no, all our content is big. So even in Kamala Khan and a show like that, they're like, no, we're going to make one of the biggest announcements in the MCU in that little show. So I love the fact that the MCU and the producers and everyone are not thinking about, all right, just announce the big things in the big movie. Everything's big to them. And I love that fact. But yeah, the great community that's come together, but just in general, man, like I say, man, we're all geeks and we can all like a big community and everything. It's just awesome, man. So yeah, man, look, I know we got a minute left because of Zoom and their restrictions, you bastards. But no, thank you, Zoom, for giving us 40 minutes. Don't take that down.
Yeah, no, don't take it away from us. But all right, cool. No, great episode. Make sure you check out Gilman's Breakdown. They're on the playlist. I'm gonna have them linked on a card that's gonna come up right here, and then check it out, guys. But other than that, as always, massive thank you to everybody, and yeah, one love, guys.
All right, peace. Let me take a picture.